Hello everyone, I'm Wendell Jones and welcome to this edition of our program, The Platform, and we look at the national issues of the day on our program. And over the last several months, as many of our ardent viewers would know, we have been focusing on health matters with Bianca Nygaard, and she has been able to bring to us a number of wonderful guests over the weekend. We have dealt with matters concerning the kind of teas that you drink, the kind of food that you eat, various forms of exercises. And today on our program, we are going to talk about wellness again. And we have a gentleman this time who lost a considerable amount of weight, and he doesn't only have a six-pack, he has some things on his shoulders and on his arms that would make anybody blush and make young men wanting to go to the gym. But we are talking about a gentleman who has put together a wellness program, EthanQuant, who is the CEO of Elite Wellness on Cable Beach. He's our guest on the program today, and it's a delight to see him. Welcome.
Thanks for having me, Mr. Jones.
I understand we have some photographs of you before and after.
Yeah.
We're going to see those, eh?
Yeah.
Very good. Bianca, it's good to see you again.
It's good to see you, Mr. Jones.
How are you doing?
I'm great, thank you.
You're getting rave reviews from your program.
Oh, that's wonderful. It's always so nice to be here, and I'm so excited to have EthanQuant here. He has such an inspirational story.
I wonder where you find these people, because, you know, a whole lot of guests that you have, I thought I knew just about everybody. But you've been bringing some people here who have been giving us some tips on how to eat well and how to exercise and just lifestyle choices, you know.
Thank you, Mr. Jones. You know, it's really been wonderful because I think that the Bahamas is really changing the way that they are. I think we are becoming very healthy as a society, as a nation.
Yes.
And so we see a lot more things popping up, a lot more activities going along, a lot more people working out. So it's very nice.
And what we have been seeking to do is to reduce the amount of what they call non-communicable diseases in the country.
Yes.
And so we are hoping that this program is doing what it should do to encourage people to be well.
Yes, I really think it is.
Okay. Ethan, tell us some more about yourself.
Like you said, I lost a considerable amount of weight in about 2011, April 2011. I had my aha moment. Mm-hmm. I was about 306 pounds.
306?
Yeah, 306 pounds.
What were you doing to be 306 pounds?
I was living the Bohemian dream, man. I was eating the fast food and the good food and the peas and rice, and wasn't really working out. I was in financial services at the time, so I had a pretty stressful job. So I found comfort in the food and the drink of the land, and so that's what I did.
So you were just abusing food?
Yes, like most of us do. I was abusing. I had a very unhealthy and abusive relationship with food. I recognize that now. Before, I thought I was just enjoying good food, but I recognize that the manner in which I use food, how I ate it, how I allowed it to affect me and pretty much control a lot of my daily actions. It really, by all definition, was an abusive relationship with food.
And so when did you have that aha moment where you decided, well, it's enough of this weight, I need to lose some weight?
Yeah. Well, I was at a friend's wedding in April 2011, and they had some pictures from the wedding circulating on social media, and I saw this picture of myself, and I was like, oh my God, I don't believe that I'm that fat. That can't, maybe they stretched the picture, they made it bigger, but looking at that picture of me was the first time I saw myself what I thought through the eyes of somebody else. And I recognized within myself that I just didn't like how I looked. I instantly became depressed. I was quite frankly disgusted with how I looked. And it was there that I said, you know what, I'm going to do something about it. And it wasn't that I was sick or the doctor said I had to lose weight or it wasn't any of that. I really just said I did not like how I look. I wanted a six-pack, and that really started my journey. And
you got this six-pack?
Oh yeah, I have an 8-pack now.
8-pack?
This would be a different kind of show, Mr. Jones.
Yeah? You have to. Some people don't understand what a six-pack is, because when they look at your chest, that look like a 10-pack or something.
Well, like I tell people all the time, my initial goal was to, like I said, just change my body, just out of sheer vanity. Recognizing, and I tried all of the diets, the pod diets, everything. Typed in rapid weight loss in Google, like most of us do. And I found all sorts of stuff. So I did Atkins, the South Beach diet, I did Weight Watchers, a host of other things. And, quite frankly, I had some mild successes. I lost about 60 pounds in my first, what I call my first weight loss journey. And I was feeling good. I lost 60 pounds, got down to about 240, was looking good, feeling good. And then within a couple of months, because I relaxed, I got back up to 292 pounds. And so if we put a timeline to it from April 2011 to July 2012, I had lost 60 pounds and put back on almost the same 60 that I lost. And that.
Why? Because you stopped exercising?
Right, because I had hit my target. And, I had a goal that I wanted to lose a certain amount of weight. I wanted to lose about 50 pounds. I hit that target. And once I hit that, I stopped doing the things necessary. So I went back to my old lifestyle. I went back to the old eating, the old abusive relationship with food. And it quickly, like I said, I put the weight back on. That's when I realized that in order for me to truly change and transform my body, I have to change my lifestyle. Because your body is a reflection of your lifestyle. And that is when I started, November 2012 is when I started my true journey towards transformation, not just transforming my body, but really transforming my life. And to date, I lost 110 pounds in total. And I didn't just lose the weight, I transformed my body. I was able, and I found a love for bodybuilding. In 2014, I started competing. Well, actually 2013 I started competing. 2014, I won the National Bodybuilding Championships here in the Bahamas. So I was Mr. Bahamas in 2014. And up until I stopped competing in 2015, I was ranked 7th in the Caribbean and Central America. So I had the 7th best body in the region up until 2015.
That's what you think.
Yeah, I think it's the best body, but I may be biased, right? I may be biased.
Now, what do you call the best body? Because you have big shoulders. What is this thing about a big body? A beautiful
the thing is
body?
that
you see, I don't know what you mean by a beautiful body.
Everybody says that the beauty is in the eye of the beholder, right? But for me, from a bodybuilding standpoint, it's something that's aesthetically pleasing. The best body, and everybody has their own definition of what's the best body. My thing is, and what I try to get the clients that I work with is, you have to know what your best body is. You have your dream body. You should have that in mind. You should know how that should look, how that should feel, how that should move. And of course, everybody's version of what looks good is different. Some people say, okay, well, Quant, you're too big. You have too much muscles. I need a little bit more cushion. I say, okay, well, if that's what you want.
I hope we can put up some photographs as we go along, so that our viewers can see how big you were. And you had most of this weight in your stomach, right?
Yeah, I was literally all over, because the reality is that so to put it in perspective, when I was at my heaviest at 306, I had a 52-inch waist.
A 52-inch?
And
what is your waist now?
32, 33.
32 from 52?
That's what 110 pounds of fat. Like I tell people, I wasn't playing fat. Like, people who don't know me before tell me, you're lying, that can't be you.
Well, you see, I don't eat that much, and I have respect for food, but I have a closet shrinking my clothes. The closet doing that, all right? So there's some stuff that I want to wear, but the closet
shrink up.
keeps shrinking my clothes.
I had that problem too at one point. It's still shrinking mine getting shrink for different reasons.
So you have these biceps now that you are proud of, eh?
Yeah, and I mean, you know, like I tell people all the time, bodybuilding for me is the things that really changed my life was when I decided that no matter what it took, no matter what I had to do or how long it took, I would get my best body, right? And the reality is when I was 306 pounds, for me, my best body was just getting a six-pack. But like I said, my goal has expanded since then because I thrive to be the best version of myself, and that includes having the best body I can possibly have. And so every day I wake up trying to do more, trying to improve upon the body that I have. And I tell people all the time, you know, you may have a look that you have achieved, but then you should always try to improve upon that because sorry, you're gonna...
Oh no, I just think it's very interesting what you're saying about being the best self that you can be for yourself, and that may change all the time. And I also find it very interesting that you said that people say that you have too much muscle now or something. Like people always, and then meanwhile you won Mr. Bahamas and you became fifth in the whole Caribbean or whatever, you know? And somebody always has something to say. I think that we really have to live our lives for ourselves and do what's best for us because somebody always has something to say. Whether you're too slim and you lose weight, people ask you if you're sick or something. If you're too strong, they say you're too, I mean, if you're getting fit, they say you're too strong. If you're overweight, they tell you you're overweight. And it's just so disturbing how everybody has an opinion. You know, maybe we should just start looking at ourselves in the mirror a little bit more.
Yeah, definitely. I think everybody should. I mean, your body is your body, you know, and you should do what makes you happy. You should have the body that you want, but I think a lot of people need to recognize that they can have the body that they want. And it's your body, so it doesn't matter if somebody thinks that you're too big or too small or too this. You need to be, I think you should be happy in your body. I think your body should be healthy. And I think, because I am a bodybuilder, I think it should be sexy. But your definition of sexy. And so that's what I strive. I strive for a healthy body. I strive to be happy in my body. And I strive to keep my body sexy. So that's what I do.
Well, you know, I've seen some some bodybuilders. They are huge up top and very narrow to the bottom. I think that a whole lot of fellas have uglified their bodies.
Right.
But, you know, that is what I say, but Bianca will say something different, and I'm sure females who watch you would say, oh, what a beautiful body. All right? But a beautiful body to you is what?
A beautiful body to me is one that is healthy. I mean, and that the person is happy with, right? Okay. Because, like I said,
not
you can...
Not necessarily, eh?
No, I think so, because you can have...
Because you can have a bare belly, and you might be happy with your bare belly.
But is it healthy? See, remember now, the
qualifier...
a bare
belly can't be healthy.
That's my point. And so a beautiful body to me is a healthy body that you're happy with. So you may be happy with your unhealthy bare belly, but that's not a beautiful body.
But if I have, what women call it, car tires, or what do they call it?
Love handles.
Love handles, if you have love handles, and you are happy with that.
And that's fine, but is it healthy? See, that's the qualifier. See, you can be happy, but you should also be healthy. Health is it's the foundation for everything. You know, you can have all the money in the world. I mean, we know the saying that your health is wealth, and the health of a nation is the wealth of a nation. And so, yes, you can be happy with the body that you have, but if it is not healthy, then you need to put some work in to get it healthy and happy.
Yeah. Okay. Tell us some more about your. I mentioned Elite Wellness Center.
Right, Solutions, yeah.
Elite Wellness Solutions.
Right.
That is a company that you've established?
Correct.
How long?
We started in March 2013. What happened is that my background is actually financial services. And so I had a brokerage for about 6 years before I went into health and wellness full time. In 2013, I lost my brother. He had a aortic dissection. He made a beeline for his heart. Classic story, he was 35, you know, drank, smoked, unhealthy, high blood pressure, hypertension. And like I said, he had an epileptic seizure, ended up with an aortic dissection, made a beeline to his heart. And they were able to keep him alive for about a week with life support. They regulated his blood pressure through the machines, and then they tried to take him off of the regulated machines. And I'm sorry. And what happened is that he actually, like I said, the tail made a beeline for his heart, and so they rushed him into surgery. 13 hours later, you know, he died because they said that because there was so much damage internally, they couldn't save him. And, you know, I sat there and it took me, you know, I was there with my mother, his wife, and, you know, I'm listening to these doctors telling me my brother's dead. And as they were walking out, I don't know if they knew I heard, but as they were walking out, they said, you know, it's just a shame because he didn't have to die. And I heard that as they were walking out, and I was very upset because reality is that they were right. He didn't have to die. You know, things like hypertension, high blood pressure, these are lifestyle, you know, you mentioned non-communicable diseases. These are lifestyle diseases. These are things well within our control. You know, the Bahamas is ranked 6th, the World Health Organization ranked the Bahamas 6th in obesity in the world. You know, we
per capita.
Per capita, but I mean, it's still, you know, 6 is 6, right? You know, we are ranked 1st per capita in the region for diabetes and in the world for diabetes. Our women get diagnosed with breast cancer at least a decade earlier than the rest of the region and the rest of the world. And so this epidemic of obesity is a serious problem. And we decided that, well, when I say we, our company, we started out focusing on individuals. You know, we coached individual clients to be the best version of themselves, you know, to learn how to tame their unhealthy relationship with food, learn how to be able to transform not just their bodies, but their mind, their mindset, change their perspective, their perception. And then we've had tremendous success with that. And late last year, we decided to make the switch to corporate wellness, focusing on companies and partnering with companies who want to build a culture of wellness within their organization, who believe that employee well-being is a priority, and to really expand the Bahamian context of what corporate wellness is. Right now, the Bahamian context is, you know, we're going to bring in a nutritionist to talk about how my plate should look like a rainbow and I should eat more vegetables. Or we're going to bring a trainer to run my employees around the parking lot 3 times a week for an hour. That is in corporate wellness. Corporate wellness programming, which our company is the only company in the Bahamas that specializes solely in corporate wellness programming and population health management. We take a more holistic view to building a culture of wellness. And so we focus on, of course, physical activity and diet and nutrition, but we also focus on mental and emotional health. Okay. We focus on stress management. We focus on work-life balance. We focus on financial wellness.
Okay. I'm going to ask you how you get all of these things done in Elite Wellness Solutions, but we have to take a break. Okay. This is the platform, and we are talking about wellness today with EthanQuant. And Bianca, she has a garden, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, she has a garden. She grows vegetables.
Yeah.
But we're going to talk about that another time. We take this break. We'll come right back.